Hi, this is Javier Grillo-Marxuach, the creator of ABC Family's The Middleman, and you're watching Moronlife. Hey guys, what's going on? Lon from Moronlife Comic-Con 2008. I'm here with Matt from The Middleman. He's actually the Middleman. How's it going today, Matt? How's your Comic-Con experience going so far?
It's been great. This is my first time at Comic-Con, and I'm pretty overwhelmed by the number of people and number of booths. It's pretty incredible. Yeah,
you had a big long line for autographs. How's fan reaction been to the show and to yourself personally?
Surprising, actually. I think that we know that there are fans out there, and we know that the fans who watch it love the show, and so we're trying to get more people to watch it and trying to, make sure that we come back for more seasons, because that's what we really want. We're in the middle of filming the last episode of this season right now, and we just love the show so much that we want people to see it.
Fantastic. Now, being a fan myself of the show, the show mixes a little bit of science fiction, comic books, and everything else. What's your take on playing to the kind of that fanboy fan base?
I don't really. I approach the character as an actor and try to not get too involved in all of the references and stuff, because it's really. I mean, of course, I have to look them all up to see what they are, just out of curiosity. But for me, it's the thing that's great about the show is that it works on so many different levels. Not only the crazy fanboy, like people who are fans of sci-fi and really get all the references that are in the show, but also it works on the level of just human interaction, between characters, and the characters are well drawn enough that there's something for everyone in it. Now,
one of the great selling points of the show is your interaction with your co-star Natalie. Natalie, right? What's it like working with her?
Oh, Natalie's been great. I mean, the thing is it was a perfect casting choice, because Natalie and I are diametrically opposed, people. Even in real life, we're very different. So, the great thing that you have is two people who are friendly with one another, but also have enough difference that there's some spark between them,
Right. Now, it's definitely an action show. How do you handle the physical requirements, or how do you enjoy handling the physical requirements needed to pull off the action of the show?
Well, so much of the show is dialogue based in the when you read it in the script, that it's wonderful when we actually get an opportunity to do some of the stunts and the fights and stuff like that. I mean, I love that stuff. This is one of the things that I love.
And the other thing too about the character is he's very straight-laced, kind of by the book kind of. How's that compared to your real personality?
Well, like I told Javi when he wanted to cast me for this, you couldn't find a person to play this part who wasn't anal. So that's a bit how I am, I have to say.
Fantastic. Well, we wish you lots of luck with the show. Like I said, I'm a personal fan. Make sure you guys check it out on ABC Family, The Middleman. This is Lon from Moronlife Comic-Con 2008. Hey guys, what's up? Lon here, Moronlife Comic-Con 2000, here with Javi, from the creator of The Middleman. How's your Comic-Con experience been so far?
Well, I've only been here for the 2 hours that we've done this panel and the signing, so far, great. But this is my 10th year coming to Comic-Con, and I've been here with Lost, with Medium, with Charmed. It's one of those things where literally for 10 years I've wished that I could come here with a show that I created, and now to have a panel for it, to do the signing, it's the best thing ever. I mean, honestly, I couldn't be more grateful. And to walk into that room and see that number of people here because they love The Middleman, it's just the most gratifying thing ever.
That's fantastic. Now, Now we hear Moronlife through Clay Robeson. Heard about Moronlife.
Hey, how you doing? Where are you, man?
We heard about Middleman when it was in comic book form. We actually did a review of it on the site.
Now available in a more potent comic book form.
Exactly. Now, can you tell the people at home how the idea of The Middleman came about, and how you self-published and brought it from comic book to television show?
Well, self-publishing is a misnomer. We started this book through Viper Comics, and that was really kind of how it began. It started in 1998, 97. I'd been working on Charmed and a couple of other shows like that, and I really wanted to do a show that was sort of a lighthearted take on the Monster of the Week genre, and really The Middleman came out of that desire. I sort of, there were a lot of those kinds of shows back then, and I really kind of had a point of view about what one of those shows should look like, and that's sort of where it came from. So I wrote it in 97, 98, and in 2004 I was working with Paul Dini, who kind of is the godfather of the Middleman. And Paul sort of coached me in making it into a comic book. I found Les McLean, and then from there we took a pitch of it to Viper Comics, and they ultimately published it. So really it's been kind of a circuitous 10-year journey from there to here.
And what's the difference, would you say, from comic to actual live-action TV show?
Well, you know, I mean, live-action TV is a collaboration. There's a staff of writers who writes the scripts for the show under my guidance. You know, in the comic book, it's really just me and Les McLean. I write the scripts, he illustrates, we work together. In the show, it's an army of about 150 people who have to make this thing come together. There's actors like Matt, Natalie, Mary Pat, Britt, Jake. Everybody brings an interpretation to it. Even in terms of the art direction, the set building, the cinematography, the directors, it's really filtered through all of these wonderful creative people who work on the show. So that's really the biggest difference. It's a difference between two people working on the show, on a comic book, to 150, all of them bringing their collective energy into it.
Now let's talk about your fantastic cast. Matt and Natalie, of course, keep the show going. What's it like working with that kind of talent?
It's like driving a Maserati every day. I mean, you know, Matt is a spectacular actor, Juilliard trained, who brings a great deal of just method and craft to how he plays the character. And then, you know, somebody like Natalie, this is the first TV show that she's done. She did a guest shot on CSI and a couple of other things, but really, she's coming to us with just a great deal of just spunk and talent and native ability. So really, you've got this real contrast of methods between her and Matt. And then you've got Britt and Jake and Mary Pat, who's just a fantastically storied character actor. So really, it's a lot of different people with different influences bringing a lot to the table. So it's pretty spectacular to work with people from such diverse backgrounds, all of them bringing an interpretation to the show, you know?
Last question is basically being a fan of the show, watching the show, so many influences, sci-fi, comic book, even luchador wrestling.
Yes. I grew up in Puerto Rico, so I grew up watching Santo movies, so that's a big deal for me, you know, yeah.
So that was my follow-up question, was basically what influences you, and what kind of comics, movies, sci-fi, what are you into?
Well, dude, look around. I mean, this is my 10th Comic-Con. I mean, I was here as a fan before I was here as a creator. So it's really everything you see. I mean, I read comic books, I watch sci-fi movies. This is my life, and these are my people, you know. So really, it's what you see here is pretty much it, you know. You take all of this, you put it in a little brain like mine, and then you kind of squish it in, and then you get the Middleman, you know.
Fantastic. Well, there you have it, guys. Javi from the Middleman. Check it out on ABC Family Monday nights, correct?
At 10 o'clock.
Monday nights at 10 o'clock. This is Lon from Moronlife Comic-Con 2008.